Right, so I want you to do something for me. I want you to picture a tree in your head, or imagine that you're going to draw a tree. So what you're going to need, what you're thinking of, you've probably got some greens, you've probably got some browns for the trunk. Maybe you're thinking of a load of trees together. Maybe you're thinking of a Christmas tree. But what I bet you're not thinking of is the kind of tree that I'm going to see today on a quick little adventure. So this tree that I'm going to look at today is completely dead. It stands there on its own in the middle of this field, and it's completely dead, and it's been completely dead for as long as I can remember. Now this is Mytholmroyd that we're in. The nearest city's like Bradford that way, and then Leeds just beyond that. But I went to school here in Mytholmroyd, just across the canal, just beyond that business park there. I went to school. I went to high school in 2004, and then sixth form. I then ended up working in that business park there. I worked in that warehouse, and then after that I moved over the canal and I ended up working on that business park down there in another warehouse. I used to always think when I was working on these business parks, God, that's how far I've made it from school. Literally 100 metres across the road and then across the canal. But the point being that for as long as I can remember, and I've spent a lot of time in Mytholmroyd, that tree has always been dead. So yeah, that's like, what, started school in 2004, so that's nearly 20 years ago, oh my God. And then before that as well, I'm sure that as a little kid driving past this tree, I always looked out. It catches your eye. Honestly, you cannot drive past this thing without looking at it and thinking, wow, that's stunning. So let's go on a quick little adventure today just to see the tree, check it out, because I've never really got up close with it. I've driven past it, I've walked past it, I've run past it, but I've never actually gone into the field and looked at it and checked out the dead tree of Mytholmroyd. Also, I don't really know how a dead tree survives for so long. I'd love someone who knows more about trees to get in touch and let me know how a tree can survive if it is dead. Okay, it's just across the road, so let's go have a look. So two different things with this video as well. It's the first YouTube video I've made where I've not had to wear a jacket, which is nice to know that summer's on the way. And also, because of all you lovely people watching my videos so much, I've been able to raise up some money and buy a drone. So what a perfect day to go explore this tree and try out my drone. Now I did only buy it yesterday, so I'm not sure how great the footage is going to be, but let's go explore it anyway and get some practice in with my new drone. The tree's just across the road here. There it is, the dead tree of Mytholmroyd. And this is the road that I drive down all the time and run down, and I always look at it, but I've never climbed over this wall and gone and checked it out. So let's do that today. Let's get over this wall. Awesome, let's do it. There it is, look at it. It's ace. Let's go touch the dead tree. Oh wow. I've driven past you so many times, mate. Think what you feel like. Sturdy. Real thick still. It's so crazy because it just stands completely alone in this field. Like, it's just there with no trees around it. There's them ones over there, and then up here you've got a big group of trees. Look at these ones. So yeah, you got this big gang of trees right up here, and this one down here, and it's as if they're saying, nah, you're not hanging out with us, you're staying on your own. But this one, the loner tree down here, this is the one you notice. You don't notice the big pack up there. I've literally never noticed them when driving past. This is the one that catches your eye. I wonder if those ones up there are taking all the nutrients from the ground and nothing's getting to this one here. I mean, I do not know how trees work properly, but I'd love someone to tell me. But wow, it's so stunning. It reminds me of that tree from Lord of the Rings. You know, the last white tree of Gondor that sits at the top of Minas Tirith. That dead tree that comes back alive when the king returns. Now, we're about to get a king, So if this comes back alive on the coronation, maybe I'll consider becoming a royalist. Nah, fuck that. Oh, it's ace. I absolutely love this tree. I think this will have to be a new series on my channel. We've got dry stone walls, we've got chimneys, we've got cheap property, and now I think we're going to have to do trees as well. The best trees in the UK, and this is definitely one of them. This is definitely one of my favourites. There's some big, I think the giant redwood pines up in the Lake District as well. We'll go check out them in another video. But if you know of any great trees as well in the United Kingdom, or your favourite trees, let me know. We'll go check them out. Oh, it's so ace. And you know what it is now? It's time to get out the drone. Let's see if we can actually work this thing and get some cool footage of the tree. Now, as I said, I only got the drone yesterday, so it might not be the best, but let's perch down and get some drone footage. So there you go, you've probably just had a bit of a drone montage. I hope the footage turned out alright. As I said, I only got it yesterday, so it's kind of hard getting used to flying it, but it was a lot of fun. And maybe because it's quite cinematic and I don't know, the drone doesn't have sound, so maybe I'll add some emotional music over the top, some cinematic music. I'll get my guitar out and try and find something that fits. So you might have heard some of my guitar playing there as well, who knows. But yeah, there it is, the tree, the dead tree of Mytholmroyd. From ground level, from road level, from the skies, how cool. Wow. Yeah, I wonder when this tree died. If anyone from Mytholmroyd knows. As I say, for as long as I can remember, it's been dead, but I wonder if anyone remembers when this tree was alive, or if they've got any photos of when it was alive, and if maybe there were more trees in here and this is just the last one standing. But yeah, if you know any information about this tree or have any other photos of it, I'd love to hear from you. Please do get in touch. And as I said, get in touch as well with some of your favourite trees. We can go explore them in this new aspect of the channel. Oh, ace. So if you've seen some of my other films, you'll know that I like to end them sometimes with like a reading or a poem, something that's relevant to the subjects we've been filming. Now, I thought, because we were going to film a tree, there'd be loads of poems or readings about trees that would be fitting. However, none of the ones I could find were about dead trees. All the poems I could find were about trees that were living, that were blossoming, that were beautiful. I couldn't find any about dead trees, so I thought I'd write one myself. So this is what I've come up with. It's called Dead Lonely, and it's about this tree. So it goes like this. I wonder on what day you died, when the last leaf shed, when the final sap dried, why you sit through the seasons with no symptoms of change, crave no image of beauty, yet so beautifully strange. I wonder how long you'll wait around for. Does boredom burden your branches anymore? Why you seem to me something more than you probably are, a dead lonely stick in the ground that I pass all the time in my car.